I believe that through knowledge and discipline, financial peace is possible for all of us. Some people are just stuck in their ways and have been brainwashed into believing that credit cards and debt are an unavoidable part of life. Children who reach the age of 18 with their entire skills set, composed on Nintendo and eating Doritos, have been neglected. Their parents neglected to give them the character traits necessary to live successfully. The thing I have discovered about working with personal finance is that the good news is that it is not rocket science. Personal finance is about 80% behavior. It is only about 20% head knowledge. I always laugh and say I met God on the way up, and I got to know Him on the way down. And so, as I'm crashing and losing everything, a lot of people run to God when they are struggling, and I was no exception. To be fair, the collection business does have a few good people in it, but it also has those who will lie and make threats. You don't want to have so much money going toward your mortgage every month that you can't enjoy life or take care of your other financial responsibilities. There is nothing wrong with having nice things, but when you are trying to buy nice things to be happy, you are going to hurt. It's not going to work. Once I will warn you, and then I will fire you. I have a 0 tolerance +1 policy for gossip. I will teach you once, and then I will fire your butt. We are all in the business of sales. Teachers sell students on learning, parents sell their children on making good grades and behaving, and traditional salesmen sell their products. Babies are wonderful, important things. Having kids, even the thought of having kids, is a big emotional deal, but sometimes it can cause people to change their financial plans and directions. When we talk about kids earning commission for chores, we always have at least one parent who argues that children should do chores because they are part of the family. I agree, but if you don't involve money in a few chores, you lose the teachable moments in the work, spend, save, and give principles. You're not a bad parent if you don't save for your kids' college because instead you had to choose to feed them and clothe them. Those things come first. They can go to school and do this thing called work while they're in school. Hitting bottom and hitting it hard was the worst thing that ever happened to me and the best thing that ever happened to me. My children were taught at an early age how money works and that it comes from hard work. They've been on a commission, not an allowance, since they were little. They learned that if they worked around the house, they got paid. If they didn't work, they didn't get paid. A vacation home is a wonderful extra as you start building wealth. Remember, though, it's still basically a very large, very expensive toy. Debt collectors like to play on your emotions because they think you'll give in and do something you can't really afford to do. Most of them don't care about you or your situation as long as they get some money. I think the lie we've told people in the marketplace is that a degree gets you a job. A degree doesn't get you a job. What gets you a job is the ability to carry yourself into that room and shake a hand and look someone in the eye and have people skills. These are the things that cause people to become successful. If you're doing something like scheduling utility payments to come through your debit card or out of your personal checking account, that's perfectly fine. But there are much safer ways to handle situations with debt collectors. You can send a money order overnight or wire the cash to them. Never take a loan against your retirement. When you pay interest against your retirement, you cost yourself interest. In order to be a great marketer, you have to be focused and intense and look at scarcity, urgency, activity, and passion in the marketplace. I've got a young man who works for me who says you don't need to discover your dreams, you need to recover them. In the neighborhood where I grew up, it was a rough neighborhood. Well, not rough, but it certainly wasn't upper class or anything. But I remember hearing things like, the little man just can't get ahead. And if you start to believe that, then you know what? You don't get ahead. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos.